Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Apex Sim Racing. We are at the epicenter of NASCAR racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and you're watching the epicenter of sim racing, and that is the Apex East Showdown. Man, tonight going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure, as Charlotte always puts on a pretty good show. And looking to see who's going to take home the victory. Chris Bedwell takes home the win last week in a really fantastic race. I saw a lot of drivers, points leader Chris Carroll, have some issues on pit road, and really opened the door for Chris Bedwell to run down Garrett Kinder there at the end and take that win from him, and did it with a great pit strategy, good tire call. It was a great race all over, all around. Garrett Kinder had a great run and just had to pit a little bit short and ended up losing the lead there at the end. But a fantastic race, a lot of fun. Looking forward to the same thing here tonight. As always, we are brought to you by ApexSimRacingGear.com. Go check them out. If you need any kind of sim racing hardware, they are the go-to spot. But let's jump right into the grid, man. Let's go ahead and get this going. And this is your Kinder Farm and Ranch starting grid, but we'll go ahead and give the peg leg pole award to Chris Carroll. No surprise there. Chris McLean, very close. 3/1000ths of a second off the pole time. So dead even there on the front row. But let's go ahead and get into it. Alex Coffey starting in third. TJ Roberts starting in fourth. Tracy Patson starting fifth. Chris Bedwell starting sixth. Last week's winner, Charles Stevens Jr., the Rebels ARCA champion, starting in seventh. Matt Clement, new face here at Apex, but looking forward to see what he's going to do tonight. Yeah, he gets starting in eighth place. Aaron Adcock starting in ninth. Chuck Feltz starting in 10th. Dana Shepard starting in 11th. Todd Schott starting 12th. George Williams starting 13th. Brandon Wallace starting 14th. Willie Evernham, glad to have him back, starting in 15th. 16th, Justin Miller. Mickey Isaac, 17th. Eric Burkhalter starting in 18th. Starting in 19th, Alan Smith. Starting in 20th, William Griffith. Starting in 21st, Matt Rogers. And starting in 22nd, Tony Edgerton. Starting 23rd, Anthony McPherson, and starting in 24th, Ray Rogers, looking to get that hard charger award, along with Jason Warren in 25th. We are pacing, getting ready to go green. So let's go ahead and pull up the race info here as we look. 1.45, but 1.5 mile oval. Charlotte, it's been around for a long time, and weather looking good. 82 degrees outside, should be a fun race, and expecting the temperature to continue to fall, that grip level to continue to go up as the sun goes down and the lights come on. So be ready for some fantastic racing here as we get ready to get going. Chris Carroll looking to rebound. He's got three race wins on the season so far. Definitely been the dominant truck this season. But guy on the outside of the front row looking to make a little headway into that lead, as he would like to get a win here tonight. But the pace car is off. Chris Carroll going to lead us down to the green flag, and green flag is out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We are underway. 100 laps, 4 sets of tires, so about 25 laps per set, so you're going to have to be smart about it, and 75% fuel. So we'll see what the fuel run is if we get some green flag racing like we did last week. But so far so good for Chris Carroll, as he has gotten over the lead, but Chris McLean all over the back bumper. McLean not wanting to wait around, as clean air is so important, and he is going to go to the inside of Chris Carroll and should be able to take that spot. Charlotte, one of the few tracks. He's going to do a little slide job here on Carroll. Let's see if Carroll backs off, and he does, with Alex Coffey on the inside, not able to get that truck down to the inside. And Chris Carroll going to drop back into the third place right in front of TJ Roberts. Draft always a big deal here at Charlotte in the trucks. Bottom line is really, really fast pretty much the whole time. With the repave, the outside line is just not where you want to be. Turns 1 and 2 are so tight, so is 3 and 4. And you really want to see, as you see the 97 get up out of the groove. Going to lose a little bit of time there. Alex Coffey, though, making a charge. He's going to look down to the inside. Not even going to give McLean a chance to hold the lead. McLean going to fight back on the outside. Turn 3 and 4 may be the only spot you can do it, but you can see just how strong the bottom is here at Charlotte. You've got to get down to the groove. You've got to get those left side tires under that white and blue line there you see. And that's where your speed is going to be made. So going to see Chris McLean fight back, and you can do that on new tires, but it's going to be really, really difficult to make anything happen. You're definitely not going to be making any passes up there with equal tires. So McLean trying to hold on. Looks like TJ Roberts got a little out of the groove, and Tracy Passon's now looking to the inside. But three-way, four-way battle here in a moment as these guys still race side by side. Alex Coffey does take over the top spot. Will McLean ride, or is he ready to go again? Oh, he's going to look to the inside. The number 5 machine ready to take that lead right back as these guys have swapped positions. We've had 3 different leaders already. Going to do a slide job in front of Alex. Alex going to give him a little bump and look to the inside. What great racing. A lap 5 of 100. And these guys are not willing to give an inch. You see that draws the rest of the field into them. They can normally, if they run nose to tail, can pull away. But, you know, everybody's a little bit different on how they race. And Alex Coffey, woo, could not fit a sheet of paper in between those trucks. But yeah, as the tires start to wear out, you'll start to see that side-by-side racing be a detriment. I worry a little bit about Chris McLean tires. Running that top side really heats them up, makes that right front really, really hot. And this race will be who can take care of that right front the best, and that will be the winner. And of course, clean air is going to always be important. Alex Coffey has that right now. So let's go ahead and bring up the webcam screen. Hopefully nobody's picking their nose. But you see we got the same characters on tonight. You got Aaron Adcock, George Williams in the number 40, waving at the camera. Chuck Pegleg Phelps, Tracy Passons. You got Chris McLean, who's running in second place, and Matt Rogers there with the top-down view, so you can see all the action from his wheel. And right now, looks like he is running pretty smooth. Those hands aren't moving much at all. So everybody looking really, really good. Thank y'all for having the cameras out. I think that makes the broadcast a little bit cooler. So let's go back to the action, getting a little single file. Let's go back a little bit. Got Willie Abraham and Dana Shepard, or Dana Shepard. I'm not real sure. I should ask probably. But Dana Shepard fighting side by side. Willie Abraham, the bionic man, had I think a hip replacement, I want to say. But he is back on track tonight in that 91 machine. So glad to have him back. And he is currently running in the 12th place. Let's go back here. William Griffith. I've seen George Williams and Griff. You see Griff running that high line. Some people like giving that a shot in 3 and 4. 1 and 2 it's a little bit difficult. We'll see if he's running it in 1 and 2. And he is driving right down to the bottom. That's what you got to do. He goes to the bottom, trying the top in 3 and 4. I wish the top was good enough to run all the time, but it is just not. You see, oh, Griffin, George entering in really, really high, trying to get a run off the banking of the corner, it looks like, and almost get together. Looking to the inside of Todd's shot. Back up here to the front as Bedwell. You see Chris McLean starting to drop back a little bit. Chris Carroll has taken over that second spot, and Bedwell currently looking to the inside of third place Chris McLean. You see Chris running a little bit higher than you probably like in the middle of 3-4, but look at Chris Carroll with a monster run off of 3 and 4. Going to get to the outside, but just don't want to be up there. He's going to have to try to squeeze the 5 to get that 97 truck. he is able to get the power down and gets a run down into 3 and 4. Let's see if he can get there, and he is. So points leader Chris Carroll, after a pretty miserable race last week, found out he, for anybody watching, he forgot to put his tires, check his tires for one of the pit stops, and ended up falling all the way back through the field, and was never really able to recover, so it went green for most of the race. But side by side here for the lead is Alex Coffey, making me look like a dummy, fighting back on the outside. Can he complete the pass? That's kind of the biggest thing. If they can make the top side work, that would be fantastic. But I've just never seen the outside work consistently here at Charlotte. He is still fighting. We saw Chris McClain do the same thing. Man, 2 by 2 here for the lead. Steve McDonald says, how we doing tonight, Eddie? Man, I'm feeling good. I'm ready for some racing, and we're getting all that we can stand. As Chris McClain has to back out of it. As the 2 leaders get together off the corner, and big checkup 3 wide here. Tracy Passon's taking advantage of that, comes on through, but Bedwell takes over the lead, and we're still under green though. That was pretty wild. Let's see if we can go back and see what happened there. But watch them, 97 and 7 off the corner. Maybe went too far. Let's see if we can see maybe what happened here. And this is right before we got started. Hopefully we're not missing too much action. I expect it to be a little bit closer. Let's see what happened off the corner here. They just come together, sort of a racing incident. So, but that gives the lead to Chris Bedwell. But man, I don't know what happened to him, but he is a little bit off the pace there. It looked like maybe Chris McClain just had a much better run off the corner as McClain gets up there to the front, and then he dropped back a little bit, and then now he's back up fighting for the front for the lead again. So tell you what, let's go on board with Chris McClain as he is fighting for the lead here. How about we highlight him? You see the run the draft gives you down the straightaway, and you're going to see him point that truck as much as he can towards the inside. And you see Bedwell rolling the center just a little bit there in 1 and 2. That's such an important corner to get right, get all the way down to the bottom, get on the throttle as soon as you can to the point where you're not pushing out towards the wall on exit. It's almost like you're trying to get on the train tracks, and if you miss it, boy, it does hurt. You saw McClain have to get out of the gas earlier. It's really just trying to manage that throttle. And it's almost, I want to say it's a little boring to drive. I mean, it takes a lot of skill, and it takes a lot of concentration. You can never miss a corner, or you'll be going to the back. And yellow flag is out. As we try to find where the caution is, I don't really see. See the 26 and the 32 with some damage. Let's see if we can go back and maybe see what happened between these drivers. You see, go back a lap or two. Oh, it looks like Griff gets into the back of number 12 of William Griffith gets into the back of, yeah, that's George Williams. Yeah, just kind of drives down in behind him. And then it's just sort of an accordion effect as Jason Warren tries to get off the gas. And, man, a couple drivers just plowing into the back of it. Obviously just not seeing that they were going to have to check up like that. And so I'm a little surprised that brought out a caution, but if you're Jason Warren, you're really glad. That truck is very, very damaged. But everybody coming down pit road on lap 20. You know, I said you could go. If you could break it up perfectly, it'd be 25 laps per set of tires. But at lap 20, that is plenty. If you do not come down pit road and it goes green from here on out, you're looking to be sort of like Chris Carroll last week, and you'll be going to the back almost immediately. So you got to get tires after 20 laps. The speed difference is just, oh man, it's just going to be so much. It's going to be such a difference that you just don't want to risk that at all. As we watch the battle off pit road. Got some guys like Chris Carroll getting some damage fixed, saving that fast repair. A couple guys on pit road, and looks like right now Brandon Wallace is your leader. Brandon Wallace yet to pit in that 99 machine. You see on the back of that truck saving fuel. So I don't know if he'll go down pit road or if he is doing a strategy call to save a set of tires. I just don't know if that's the right call, but you know, if you get down, if we have a caution every 20 laps, so if we have a caution at lap 40 and everybody pits in 60 and 80, you know, we could see a situation where Brandon Wallace is going to have an extra set of tires, and it doesn't matter how where you normally run. If you got 20 lap fresher tires than anybody else, you're going straight to the front. We saw Tracy Passons do that a few weeks ago, where he comes down and gets 4 tires and just basically drives all the way up through the field. I think it was at Darlington. Came up just a tad bit short, but came all the way from the back with not that many laps. So definitely a good strategy. If you don't feel like that, maybe you're not up there racing for the lead, you take every advantage you can get. And this is a good call, I think, for Brandon Wallace to save that set of tires in the right circumstance. Find himself in victory lane. But coming to green here on lap 22, coming to 23. So just under a quarter of the race complete. And our first caution, just a little dust up there that I can't believe actually brought out a caution. We can have 4 or 5 car drivers wrecking, and it won't throw one, but guy gets sideways on the apron. They throw it. So surprising to see, but let's see what those, this is a great example of what the difference is between having no tires after lap 20 and having 4. So we're going to find out together how long that 99 lasts, and he spun the tires. You see that back end real loose, and here I think we're going to see the real difference. Brandon Wallace doesn't even really jump down on the bottom as Chris Bedwell in the first turn. They haven't even got it wound up. Goes right around him, as Chris McLean goes to the outside. I don't know about that. He gets into the wall too, so I'm not real sure what happened to Chris McLean unless he didn't take tires either. I'm not sure. He went down pit road. He may be trying to save a set too, but here comes Tracy Passons, just talking about him. He is trying to hunt down the 95, Chris Bedwell. Chris Bedwell last season was, man, truck to beat every race that we went to, and especially these mile and a half. This season just hasn't shown the speed that we're used to. We talked to him, and he said he got a new rig, moved to a new place, got some new equipment. And I tell you what, anytime you get some new equipment, it can be really tough. So it looks like maybe Chris Bedwell getting back into it, getting used to it, taking his spot back in front. Now Aaron Adcock here going to the inside of Charles Stevens Jr., Chuck Pegleg Phelps looking to the inside, maybe try to sneak on past Stevens as well. Stevens going to look back to the inside. But, that spot 4th is going to the 17 machine. Man, we got drivers all over the place up here. Guys getting close to the wall. Brandon Wallace, unfortunately, on those old tires, he is trying to stay out of the way. But boy, these guys on these new tires really want to get around him. We see William Griffin kind of stuck behind him. I don't know why you don't just jump down low. If I was Griff, I'd be getting down low immediately to get her on around that 99. And he does go around, but it's going to cost him a few spots. All right, go check. Go check in on some drivers. It looks like there is Brandon Wallace not the only driver doing a little strategy call. Looks like folks making that call as we go back here to Chris Carroll as Anthony McPherson getting a little wiggly there. But Chris McLean, we saw him get up behind Brandon Wallace, but it looks like he didn't take tires at all as he just takes fuel. I don't know what's going on with McPherson. I don't know if he's having some sort of issue or I don't know if a wheel is having trouble. It looks like his car is kind of like shimmying back and forth there. It looks like he's got it under control now. So you see the 5 and 97. You know they're not going to be back here for no reason. They didn't have that much damage, so they definitely did not take a set of tires. Banking on the same thing that Brandon Wallace is that they have a set. Go back up front, though. Chris Bedwell still leading the way with Tracy Parsons and T.J. Roberts right on his heels. Battle here. This is for 7th place between Alex Coffey and Todd Schott. Alex Coffey going to take that position. He's going to go down to turn 1 and set his sights on Chuck Pegleg Field. Alex Coffey just needs a good race this week. He currently sits 2nd in the standings, but he is 48 points. That is a max points race day behind Chris Carroll. Of course, playoffs will kind of neutralize that, so he just needs to stay in the hunt. He's already got 2 wins. That is the 2nd most out of anybody. Chris Carroll, obviously, the one with 3. But Alex Coffey just, he'll have a good race and then he'll have a bad race. He'll have a good race and a bad race. Last week he got, I can't remember, I think he got caught up in an accident or something. Maybe bounced off a wall, not real sure, but he finished almost last week after really bad damage. So definitely in need of a good race tonight. As he gets into the wall a little bit as he goes to the outside of Chuck, and that's going to open the door for the double aught of Todd Schott to come back. You got to protect that right front. It's double. Oh, he's going to go to the outside of Todd Schott again. Wow. But it's a double-edged sword. I mean, you got to protect the right front tire, but you also have to protect the right front fender, as you do not want to do anything that's going to squeeze that fender down on the tire and or knock the toe out or anything. They can make that truck any tighter than it's going to be on a long one. Check in on Ray Rogers. Finished 3rd last week at Texas. And started in the back. Definitely does not belong there. And he is showing that as he's up 16 spots from where he started. Making a move there on Todd Schott and Dana Shepard. Looking forward to Alex Coffey to try to get inside the top 5. Make his way to the front. You know, I would imagine some folks may go, hey, why start if you want to win the race and you're fast enough like Ray Rogers is? Why start in the back? And some folks say, well, you just like to pass cars. Well, that's true. That is fun. It's fun to get up there and pass guys. But I can tell you, starting in the back, you can't force it. You know, you can get up there. You saw the leaders fighting really hard early for the lead and fighting as hard as they can. You know, probably getting a little sweat broken out, have to wipe the brow out, get maybe a little tired. But Ray Rogers can just take his time. It forces you to just be easy, take your time. Caution, let you catch up. That's great. Slow, methodical, and usually that's a better mindset to get yourself to the front and get a win. Last week, had he had a couple more cautions, he would have definitely been in contention for the win. But that long green flag run, that's the only bad thing about starting in the back. Let's watch Ray Rogers get to the back bumper of the 7th. Ray Rogers right now, he is really moving as he is the fastest truck on the track by quite a bit, actually. Leader's running at 32 flat, and Ray Rogers running at 31.7. So he is scooting. On the back bumper of Alex Coffey. Back off, you see how much he is backing off of turn 1 and 2. And you see the run that he's going to get off the corner. And gets the run down the back straightaway. And gets that inside position as we get to lap 40. About 18 laps on this set of tires. You're going to start to see that bottom line just be even more dominant as these trucks are going to be a little bit tighter, excuse me. As we got a couple drivers off the track. Look like a couple drivers slow. Matt Rogers going around. We got a big wreck. Looks like can't find it though. Let's go back and see what happened. Couldn't catch the dang thing. It's like the 26 of Justin Miller gets into the wall, comes back down, and collects Matt Clement and Matt Rogers. So Justin Miller takes out both Matts there. And caution comes out. But if we're going to have cautions every 20 laps, the guys who didn't take tires on that last caution flag, they are probably feeling really, really good about that decision. Maybe not, though. Not for Brandon Wallace, because it's like he may have came down a couple laps ago to go ahead and make a pit stop. And he's really, really hoping that everybody stays out. As him and Chris McLean look like they both pitted right there before that caution, and that's going to trap them a lap down, so they're going to need to hopefully get a wave around. Oh, wow, yeah, they're not going to get it because it looks like Todd Schott, Eric Burkhalter going to stay out, and that's going to trap those guys a lap down. So that strategy looks like 91 of Willie Evernham going to get the lucky doll. But that strategy not paying off, just bad luck there. That's just not nothing you can do about that. With Todd Schott, Eric Burkhalter staying out, that does trap the 5 and 99 a lap down. They're not able to get their lap back with a wave around. So once Once everybody gets back up here, we get the 1 to green. They will actually have to drop to the tail end of the line, and they'll be fighting it out for the lucky dog spot for the next caution. Well, while we got a minute, definitely want to talk about our sponsor. Of course, we got quite a few sponsors, but we'll get through those as the race goes on. But want to thank ApexSimRacing.com. Go check them out. Button boxes, all kinds of stuff for your rig, your cockpit. You know, you got a light switch that ain't acting right. Get you a switch. Ain't nothing cooler than having one of those flip switches where you gotta flip the cover open and switch it on to, you know, flush your toilet or turn a fan on, or, you know, start a blender or something like that. Get you one of them switches, man. That be a cool way to do it. I see the 99 Brandon Wallace, that yellow truck, go into the back. Just agonizing with a good strategy. I thought it was going to play out well, but came down pit road and the caution comes out during the middle of that cycle, traps you a lap down. Just it may be the worst thing that could happen to you. Just so frustrating because there's really nothing you can do about it. A couple guys are going to be on the same strategy as these two, Dirt Affliction, Todd Schott, Eric Burkhalter. They last pitted on the last caution on lap 20. So their tires are going to be 20, 21 laps older than everybody behind them. So they will definitely get past really, really quick, but just another attempt at saving a set of tires. As, like I said, caution coming out lap every 20, you're going to run out if you pit every time. So take last set around 80, and they drive 15 laps and then have a caution or a green, white, checkered. That set of tires could be worth more than a whole weekend's worth put together. Well, right now, Todd Schott, Eric Burkhalter, TJ Roberts, Alex Coffey, and Chris Bedwell are your top 5. Tracy Passons, Charles Stevens Jr., Aaron Adcock, Ray Rogers, and Chuck Pegleg Phelps, your top 10. Mickey Isaac, Dana Shepard, Jason Warren, George Williams, Chris Carroll, your top 15. Alan Smith, William Griffith, Anthony McPherson, Matt Clement, Tony Edgerton, top 20. Willie Abraham, Brandon Wallace, Chris McLean, Matt Rogers, and Justin Miller round out the end of your field as we get ready to go green. And we've got 55 laps to go as we get ready to take the green flag. Green flag is out. Todd Schott gets a good jump, and Eric Burkhalter already in with the Wolves. Alex Coffey going to have to check up, get down to the bottom immediately, as Eric Burkhalter going to be going to the back. You see that line of cars, how much faster they are, and get a huge run as TJ Roberts takes the lead for the first time in the night as yellow flag is out. Matt Clement going through the grass. Truck looks okay. Let's see what happened to him. We can kind of rewind it real quick. Going on that restart. Oh my goodness, Tony Edgerton Anthony McPherson, gets really, really loose. Not really sure what happened to him. One on the outside. We saw him that wheel earlier, so I don't know if he's got wheel issues. Yeah, that looks like a wheel going out, honestly, if I was going to try to guess. Let's go on board as he just goes really, really hard to the left. Oh, no. Oh, well, we'll see what happened there. You could hear it in the engine sound. He actually shifted down, and that's why he got loose. So a missed shift, probably got an 8 shifter. It goes from third to second instead of fourth, and that'll get you every time. Probably detonated that motor. Well, caution out again, and Eric Burkhalter, Todd Schott comes on down pit road. Interesting. I doubt they'll take tires. It really wouldn't make any sense to do what they did already unless they just wanted to lead a lap. But Jacks are going up on the side. I can't believe it. I don't know why they would do that. That kind of negates, other than trapping the other guys down a lap down, that kind of negates the advantage they were going to have by staying out. So, interesting call. Let's pull Todd Schott up here and see what he says about it. Hey Todd, this is Eddie the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Well, hey man, we saw you stay out there and on that last caution, and then caution comes out immediately, and y'all come down pit road. What's the strategy there? If you don't have to give me your secrets if you don't want to, but just curious, maybe what the strategy is to come back down pit road. And I saw you Jacks going up getting tires this last caution.
Yeah, man, we stayed out and tried to save that other set of tires, but then caution come back out. We was just gonna get freight trained, and didn't really know what if they try to chance it again or just come. We decided to come on down and take them tires, and at least we got a few more laps, and maybe we can make this set last.
Well, you got the 97 and the 5 in front of you. I'm sure you could follow them through the field if you want to.
Yeah, but I think they're on the same cycle as us now.
Right. Well, all right. Well, I didn't mean to bug you. I just wanted to see what the strategy call was, maybe get some insights of what was going on. But good luck the rest of the race there, Todd, and hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end.
All right, appreciate it, Eddie.
Todd Schott in that double aught. Dirt Affliction entry. Get a little insight. Wanted to see that thing maybe go green a little bit. Decided maybe it's not worth it. Come on down, get those tires. Would love to see eventually iRacing keep track of who pitted, took tires, who didn't. I don't know if they ever will. It doesn't seem like information that they want people to know. But it'd be really cool for a broadcast to be able to see who took tires, who didn't take tires, how many sets they have left. It'd be a really, really cool, interesting interesting thing to have on a broadcast for sure. Doubled up here on the restart. When we go green, we'll have exactly 50 laps to go, halfway. So everything we just did, we'll have to do it over again. Most folks only have 2 sets of tires left. We've seen some guys stay out. Not really sure if those guys have been able to make use of that. But right now, most folks with 2 sets of tires left. And so that's 25 laps a set. You're going to have to be thinking about that. So the one they have on the truck and the one in pits. So just one set left in pits. TJ Roberts going to have control of the restart as they go down in the Geico restart zone and gets on the gas. Alex Coffey gets a pretty dang good start. Don't know if TJ spun the tires or what exactly happened. Maybe teammates. I'm not real sure. I think they may be teammates, but I don't know that. Nevertheless, Alex Coffey going to jump down in line behind TJ and looks to the inside. Bedwell gets a nice run to the outside. He may be having to make a pit stop. Oh, he is. Oh, no. And he's going to miss pit road. Alex Coffey with another frustrating mistake. I don't know exactly what's causing this, but he apparently beat the leader to the restarts. Oh, it's number 4. Eric Burkhalter goes around right in front of Alex Coffey, and caution going to come out. Eric got some damage there on the left rear. May have made a little contact. Let's go check it out. Got the number 12 on the outside as I go down to the corner. Oh, just gets a little bit of that apron and goes around. And that contact just from the wall. So never made contact with anybody. Just gets a little bit of the apron and comes around. And that brings out our 4th caution of the night. That is not good for those brand new sets of tires. It actually may have saved Alex. I don't know when he can make that stop. I don't know. It has to be under green. Maybe somebody can let me know. But looks like he got a penalty for jumping the restart. Let's go back and watch how that went. Really, really hard to tell. Looks like he may have gone just a little bit earlier than TJ. And so if you're not familiar with the Geico restart zone, they just implemented it into iRacing. And it works just like it does in real life. How it always has been is on the initial start of the race, green flag tells you when you can go. Once the green flag is out, if you're on the outside and you pass a driver on your inside, it's fine. All's fair in that. You just have to be behind that person before the green flag comes out. With the Geico restart zone, though, or before that, the leader had full control. Once the pace car went off of the track, the leader could just hit the gas, sometimes in the middle of turn 4. But now they've implemented that restart zone to stop that leader advantage from being just so strong. And so now, just like in real life, you have a zone that the leader has control in. So once he gets all 4 tires in the zone, he can decide when he wants to go. Now, if he goes as soon as he gets there, he can go. Green flag comes out, everything's good. But he can make the choice to wait all the way to the end of that. Once the leader reaches the end of the restart zone, the green flag waves, and everybody is good to go. So it looks like maybe what happened is Alex may have gone a little bit earlier than TJ did. And when you do that, that gets you a penalty. Alex Coffey coming down pit road. I will be honest, if I'm Alex Coffey, if it is under green, I'm going into pit road, trying to get to the very back of the field. And I'm going to lag back behind everybody. Turned all my fuel and tires off. And then when the green flag drops, I'm going to immediately jump down pit road and come down, serve my, I think it's like a 4 or 5 second penalty, get back on track, and try to haul butt and stay on the lead lap. got a couple new players up here in the front of the field. Charles Stevens Jr. I want to say he is in second. Maybe Bedwell chose the outside line. But Charles Stevens Jr. on the front row here for this restart. Started in 7th place. Kind of been hanging around the top 5 all race long and is now getting ready to maybe challenge for the lead. Tracy Passes, I expect to see him up there. Been running up front as well, and Ray Rogers finally making it up to the front. Expect to see him battle for the win here as we've got about 45 laps to go. Pace car pulls off, get ready to go green here. Now, like I said, I think Chris Bedwell has control of the restart. We'll see who goes first. And he does, so he fires off on that top line. Tracy Passon's getting a good run behind him on the outside to see if he can make that outside work. Tracy Passon's fighting hard on the outside. Oh, we got a big wreck. Oh my goodness. What in the world happened there is, you see Tracy Passon's nosediving into the wall. Good grief, what happened? I mean, just for us, everything looked good there for a second. Let's go back and see. Maybe we can figure out what happened here between these drivers. Oh my goodness, Tracy Passons may have thought he had some space there to try to get under the 95. He had to run down the front straightaway. Goes down the corner, just not clear of the 88. Gonna make contact, trying to save it, and it overcorrects it into the wall. But my goodness, Jason Warren, somebody in a pink car. Oh, gets good grief. Trying to get that entry into 1, and I can't say it's anybody's fault. It just they were coming together. Number 43 of Dana Shepard. Just odd. They were Warren maybe thought maybe he was a little bit clear. The 43 would be up against the wall. It's hard to say, but man, this stupid thing that iRacing does, just a big middle finger to your race as iRacing just like, well, you're done racing for the night. Let's go on board with him and see what he saw. He gone. Well, disappointing race for Jason Warren, who's been driving here for 2 weeks, yet has, I think he lasted all of 13 seconds last week. And this week been working his way up into the top 10 from the back, and right there had to tow, so that's going to put him probably out of this one. Yeah, may still have a faster pair left, I'm not real sure. But he is going to be towing for a while, as that just kind of flung him out of the track. That was a weird thing. Sometimes netcode is a little finicky. You look from his cockpit, and it seemed like it was fine. It didn't seem like he really squeezed the 43 at all, and the 43 was pretty much in that top line. So just a little bit odd how they were able to come together there. But it hooks Jason Warren in the wall, and then he gets yeeted into the shadow realm. Well, let's give you an update on the field. We'll actually go through them real quick as we got a little bit of time. Boop, boop. Chris Bedwell, your current leader. Charles Stevens running in second. Ray Rogers in third place. Aaron Adcock running in the fourth position. Chuck Peg Leg Phelps having a fantastic run in fifth. Alan Smith, man, look at him in that Trigger Time Chevy Silverado, running that old paint scheme that doesn't go on that truck. But he is running in sixth place, started in 19th, so he is keeping his nose clean for the most part, and find himself in sixth place. William Griffith does not keep his nose clean, and but he's running seventh. So two different strategies there. Griff employs the bulldozer strategy, and Allen, no, I'm just kidding. Allen, he can bulldoze a little bit too. We all can. Matt Clement, we saw him spinning down to the inside. He was running eighth. That's where he started. New guy here in Apex, but he is doing a great job. TJ Roberts, we saw him leading there, come down pit road, working his way back up to the front. He is running ninth. Todd Schott in the double aught has made his way back to 10th. Eric Burkholder, we saw him spinning earlier. He is up into 11th place. Alex Coffey talked about his deal, but he's able to get that penalty clear and run it in 12th place. He almost runs to the back of Eric Burkholder there. Chris Carroll, man, just doing that pit strategy, has been slowly hanging out in the back, and hopefully didn't forget to check his tires again this week. Mickey Isaac in the 01 running in 14th. Tracy Passons after that wreck running 15th. Brandon Wallace 16th. Finally was able to get himself back on the lead lap. Last caution. Tony Edgerton in that 77. Running in 17th. George Williams in the 40. Running in 18th. Willie Evernham got a little damage to the front end of that 91 machine. Running 19th. And Chris McClain finally getting back on the lead lap. You can see his guy in there shaking his head. Just like, man, this is frustrating to shit all get out. And then Dana Shepard there in 21st. In that 43, saw him involved in that accident with Jason Warren. And then Jason Warren, Anthony McPherson, Matt Rodgers, and Justin Miller are all out of it. A lot more cautions than last week, Charlotte. A little bit more narrow than Texas. Texas got a lot more room to kind of clear out. A lot tighter corners, but getting ready to restart here on lap 61. On lap 62, Bedwell gets another great start. Let's see if we can get through this restart clean. Let's do a little crank it up. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? Oh, Todd Schott in the wall. Spinning down the front stretch, and Alex Coffey involved as well. My goodness. There's no caution for that, as caution does not come out, and we stay green. As a 7 driving through the grass, Todd Schott coming out as well. Let's go back and see. We're going to run out of, we're probably going to miss something here, but let's at least go back and see what happened. There's Todd Schott, Alex Coffey on the very top side there. TJ Roberts going to get a little bit loose, and Alex Coffey just can't see the checkup, and they get together. Nobody's fault there, just trying to stay off each other. But we stay green as we go back up to the lead, and Aaron Adcock has passed Charles Stevens Jr., which it looks like he went down pit road. I just don't know what's going on out here. I'm going to be honest. Everybody's doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and I just don't know. I need to bring everybody up here and just ask them this, because Charles Stevens Jr. running in second place now come down pit road. I don't know. Oh, it looks like he had a penalty. He came down for about 3 seconds. That's about as long as the jump restart penalty. So another jumped restart. I'm really, really interested to see what's causing this. There is a speed component too. You have to keep a certain speed before you go if you're not the leader. So he may have gotten caught there. Really hard to say. But another penalty. Yeah, I wonder if you could do the whole leader choose the lane with that restart zone. I just wonder if that really messes it up. But the restart looked fine. I didn't really see anything. It just may have sped up too early or something. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll get that info racer on the next caution. As we watch Chris Carroll try to navigate around Chuck Feltz and Eric Burkhalter. As the 97 able to go around the 75 on the outside, and now looks forward to that number 4 machine. He's going to try to get back into the top 5, sign perfect placement as we watch the pass for 5th place. And TJ Roberts looking to take advantage. See if he can make that pass in there. You see Chris McLean, so guys working their way back up to the front slowly but surely, and they are doing it at the right time with just a little bit more than 30 laps to go. Check up at the front. Chris Bedwell, Aaron Adcock, Ray Rogers. Still your top 3, and Alan Smith following closely behind, man. What a great run for Alan. I'm a little biased, but, man, I'd sure do like to see him have good races. But started in ninth. Nightbot in the chat not doing his job. Keep giving these bots a warning. Be getting rid of them things. I want to turn it up because I don't want the normal viewers getting kicked out and putting emotes in chat, but we may have to let everybody know and get rid of that. Anyway, watching Alan Smith, he tries to run down Aaron here for 3rd place. You see Alan running sort of a higher up line than everybody else, but just as fast. Chris Carroll just a little bit faster behind him, but just fast as leaders in there. A little bit of speed in that middle lane, for sure. All kind of fanned out single file here. The battles are back here between William Griffith, Willie Evernham, and Mickey Isaac. As Willie Evernham definitely seems to have some sort of tire advantage. Man, he just blew by these guys. Willie last pitted on lap 60, so that would be a good indicator that he's got way fresher tires. Your top, excuse me. Dying over here. Your top 4 last pitted on lap 41. Chris Carroll showing to be the first driver with the last guy who pitted. I don't know if he took tires or not, but he pitted on lap 58. So doesn't look like he's got a huge tire advantage. It looks like they're kind of equalized. William Griffith coming down pit road. Get 4 tires and fuel. But back up at the lead, Ray Rogers finally has almost completed his quest to the front. Starting all the way in the back, up 22 spots, and well, somebody gets in the wall back there. Who was that? Was that Chris McLean? Couldn't really see who it was. I don't know if they got into the wall or got close, but saw somebody get out of shape off the corner there on that camera angle. some really, really good racing, a lot of really good storylines. As right now, Chris Bedwell kind of running the show since the beginning of this race. You know, one thing about Ray Rogers is this is not a negative thing, and so don't think I'm being negative for saying that he needs to do something different. But Ray Rogers is just so patient. Sometimes I think last week, maybe one of them, a little bit too patient, and or a couple weeks ago, I don't remember, but he had a shot to maybe take a spot. Yeah, I believe it was last week. Just kind of rode behind him and not able to get it done on the last lap. So, you know, sometimes patience is a really, really good thing. Sometimes it can be a detriment. So, I'll be interested to see if Ray Rogers able to get up there and go ahead and just fight for this lead and get that clean air, especially as the tires start to wear out. If we get a long fuel run here, it'll be even more important to be out front. So if I'm Ray Rogers, I'm trying to get that lead right now if I feel like I'm faster. Got a lot of people coming down pit road. Pit lane kind of looking a little wild here as Chris McLean, Tracy Passon, and Chuck Pegleg Phelps coming down. Looks like this is scheduled with 23 laps to go. But I imagine all three of those drivers not pitting just because. So coming out of pits. And obviously looking to be maybe their last pit stop of the night as they come out. And here comes Aaron Adcock following down pit road. As you see Alan Smith, Chris Carroll, and TJ Roberts able to get around him. He's dropped back to 5th place. As Aaron Adcock, you see the lights have really come on now. Leader still on the track. Bedwell, Ray Rogers out to a 2.6 second lead over TJ Roberts and Chris Carroll. And that little pack coming into frame there, but these two are working together. And just to piggyback on my own comments about it, yes, you can be a little bit too patient sometimes, but if you're Ray Rogers and you're hey, you know that I want to just have a race between me and Bedwell. Stay in line. You know Bedwell's going to fight you hard, especially if we get down to 20 laps to go. You know he's going to fight extremely hard. And if you go 2 or 3 laps side by side, TJ Roberts 2.4 seconds back here. He'll be right up on him quick. So if you can ride behind a guy, maybe draft, keep that gap, just make it between you and him. Sometimes that's the better option too. So both ways work. Eric Burkhalter, Alan Smith coming out of pit road. Dirt Affliction drivers making their final pit stop of the night. These guys pitting really, really hoping that it stays green all the way. They'll be able to make up quite a bit of time here. The first 2 or 3 laps will be extremely fast on new tires. The first 10 or so will be enough to really gain a lot of ground, especially if these guys stay out really, really long. So I don't know what the when their pit window is. These two drivers last pitted on lap 41. They have stayed out longer than anybody else. Page going up high. That must mean Bedwell coming down pit road. He surrenders the lead to Ray Rogers. And Chris Bedwell coming down pit road to make his stop. 4 tires and fuel. Can he make it? You know, can these other guys make it? They stopped on lap. TJ Roberts stopped on lap 52. Chris Carroll 58. Looks like Chris Carroll only took fuel Mickey Isaac as well. So some of these guys may be able to make it on fuel. I don't know what the fuel run is, but Chris Bedwell, not one of these drivers. As Ray Rogers looks to be headed down pit road as well, and he does. So he's going to give up the lead to T.J. Roberts, who's going to take the lead. With Chris Carroll about 2.5 seconds back. So the question now is, what can T.J. Roberts do on fuel? That's a big question. Can he make it? Last pitted on lap 52. Can you make it 48 laps on gas? He definitely has the tire advantage, it looks like, over the other drivers. So unless a caution comes out, which we've had plenty of those, can he make it on fuel? Can you make it 48 laps? 75% fuel load, I would imagine he can't. So who can? Chris Carroll, T.J. Roberts on 52, Chris Carroll on 58, Mickey Isaac 58, George Williams on lap 60. You see Willie Evernham, who pitted on lap 60. He's coming down pit road, so I don't think you can make it even from 60. As we go back up front with the 11 machine, you see Aaron Adcock on those fresh set of tires coming by. He's just going to blow his doors off. You see the difference in tires as that 17 machine unlaps himself. So if the caution comes out right now, he is sitting pretty. He'll be able to take over the lead pretty much. He is making up some time now, so I'd be interested to see if these guys stay out any longer, how much time they're going to give out by staying out on the track longer than anybody else. But a caution could really throw a wrench in all of it. 13 laps to go. We've got about 6 drivers who have not made a pit stop. You see Chris McLean in that 5 machine with a huge run on those fresh tires, going to unlap himself. Chris Bedwell right behind him. So Aaron Adcock pitted on lap 78, Chris Bedwell 83, and he is got quite a bit of lead over Bedwell. So you see the difference that tires did make there on the cycle. Bedwell staying out a little bit longer than everybody else, but he's got the fresher tires now. He's just got to make use of them and try to run down those 3. Aaron currently running in 7th place, so 6 drivers have yet to pit in front of him. You got some drivers though. Brandon Wallace, known for his ability to stretch the fuel mileage. How much has he been saving? Let's go on board with it. See that RPM gauge go down. He's definitely lifting and turning it off, one of the two. There's a couple different ways you can do this. You hit the ignition button, push the clutch in, turn the engine all the way off, hit the ignition button, drop the clutch, and let's restart the motor. Or you can just push the clutch all the way in. Looks like he is electing for the ignition version. You don't lose as much speed. You're going to have to lift anyway, just any little bits you can to save fuel, but it definitely looks like we got some guys going to try to stretch it here. As T.J. Roberts has made his pit stop, he is coming out of pits right now as we were looking at Brandon Wallace. So T.J. Roberts not able to make it, so he gives up the lead to Chris Carroll in that 97 machine. And he is the first. He last pitted on lap 58, so how far can he stretch it? We see Brandon Wallace pitted at the same time. He's trying to stretch it, so we'll see what these guys are able to do. course, it looks like Chris Carroll is saving as well. His last lap, he ran a 33.0, and Mickey Isaac behind him running a 32.84. So everybody behind him saving fuel as Aaron Adcock has run down Brandon Wallace, who has been saving quite a bit. So Brandon Wallace definitely not going to win off this strategy, as Aaron Adcock able to take over that spot. He has been a rocket through the field. Bedwell about 1.5 seconds left, and we're looking to be, with about 7 laps to go, we're going to have an exciting finish, because who knows what's going to happen. Can these guys, Chris Carroll, Mickey Isaac, and George Williams in the top 3, can they make it on fuel? Brandon Wallace, you see him all the way up into the wall, but he has saved quite a bit, but he has given up spots now. So right now, Aaron Adcock, 16 seconds off the lead. He is making up a bunch of time, but not really sure if he's going to have enough to get there if they can stay out. So Charles Stevens, who recently pitted not too long ago, he's got fresh tires. 5 laps to go. What can they do? You see Chris Carroll having to check up a bunch. You can definitely tell he is extremely close, trying to save. He's given up the lead to Mickey Isaac, trying to save as much fuel. How much has Mickey Isaac saved? So it's very, very exciting here as we've got 5 laps to go. Chris Carroll willingly giving up the lead to try to save fuel. Aaron Adcock, 15 seconds now. He gained a second last lap over the leaders. Not going to be enough time if they can make it. He's going to have to gain a lot more than that. But you see Chris Carroll willingly give up the lead. You know that's a surefire way to know that he is extremely close on fuel. So they are trying to save every drop. Mickey Isaac, I know for a fact, very, very good at saving fuel. So it's going to come down to the wire here. Who is able to save enough to make it to the end? 3 laps to go here at Charlotte. You got all kinds of storylines. Bedwell has been able to pass Aaron Adcock, so if those drivers cannot make it on fuel, this is the battle for the lead, as they are right behind George Williams and should be able to overtake him pretty quickly. But your leader right now, Mickey Isaac, in that 0-1. Two laps to go, and good grief, Nightbot is doing a horrible job just giving warnings to these spammers. But anyway, coming off of turn 4, coming to the white flag. Who can make it on fuel? Chris Bedwell has gotten past George Williams. Can they make it? Can these drivers make it? They only have to make it one more time. This is the icing, the competition APS, Absolute Product Solutions, final lap. Can they make it on fuel? Chris Bedwell 13 seconds behind. Mickey Isaac goes down to the inside. Is he sputtering? Looks like he is. Looks like they're sputtering. As they come off the corner. And Chris Carroll saved enough. Mickey Isaac going to run out of gas. And Chris Carroll off turn 4 takes the victory, able to save enough gas and takes home the win. Congratulations to your winner, Chris Carroll, with a great fuel-saving job there to be able to make it all the way from lap 58 to the end. And Mickey Isaac come up just so close, runs out, coming out of turn 4, and that's all Chris Carroll needed, to take the checkered flag. Wow, what a fantastic finish there. What a great strategy call to get that win. Boy, that's got to make you sick if you're everybody else in the field. He's been running in the back all race long. Had trouble last week. This is the chance to strike if you're second on back in points, and then he kind of gets one on you with a fuel strategy. So see if he's got enough gas to maybe do some burnouts, and it looks like he runs out, and he is out of fuel. So what a fantastic finish. we'll actually go back and let's watch it from and listen from Chris Carroll's onboard. They're on the white flag lap. See how much Mickey Isaac having to let off the throttle. Chris Carroll feeling pretty confident. Go down to turn 3 and 4. And there Mickey Isaac. Oh, just so frustrating. So frustrating. We'll watch his RPMs as he go down the corner. He starts running out in the middle of 3 and 4. So close. Can see the checker flag, and Chris Carroll just goes on around. Wow. Really interesting race. That was a lot of fun. But let's get some drivers in here and let's do some post-race interviews, and let's get their thoughts on it. Of course, going to give out some awards. Mickey Isaac obviously going to be the jammed up hard luck award after he's going to finish second, so not too terrible. But coming off a turn 4, trying to save gas with the win in his hands, and going to run out of gas and finish second. So he's going to be the trigger time jammed up award. But still a really, really good race by him. The Hard Charger Award is going to go to Mickey Isaac. So he's going to win 2 awards. He's going to win the Hard Luck Award and the Hard Charger Award all at the same time. But good race nonetheless. So let's go ahead and get our 5 Kings chat corner going and get Chris Bedwell in here and let's talk to him. Chris, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
I gotcha.
Well, Chris Bedwell, we've been talking to you 2 weeks straight, man. I'd love to see that. Looks like Chris Bedwell back in form as we're getting to the meaty part of the season, dude. And there, man, you controlled the last back half of the race. Just a really well-run race by you. And at the end there, a couple guys stretching it on fuel. One of them ran out in turn 4. One lap sooner we'll be talking to you being the winner. So, but good to see you back in form, leading races, contending for wins. But tell us about your race, man. How'd it go, and what were you thinking there at the end?
It was a really good race, other than the cautions, but you get that sometimes when it's tight racing, getting the end of the regular season. But all in all, good, fun race. Really enjoy racing at Charlotte. The pit strategy, I thought we were going to be all right because I was checking to see how long ago it was that the 2 guys that finished first and second pit. I'm like, there's no way. But they stretched their fuel mileage out enough to get it done. I've won a few like that. The old crew chief beating, banging on the gas tank to make it a little bigger. But no, good race by everybody. Chris Carroll probably should have won it anyway. He got into some trouble early on. Some guys being a little overly aggressive too early. And then, as happens. But I benefited from it and led as much as I could, and then just pit strategy got me.
Well, I mean, rough start for the season for you, but here lately, man, like I said, just the form that we expect out of Chris Bedwell, especially at these mile-and-a-half tracks. I mean, you're good everywhere, but I expect to see you up front in the mile-and-a-halves, and tonight, this is exactly what what I expect to see out of Chris Bedwell. So glad to see that back, and with that one win that you got last week, I mean, you're in the playoffs. And I feel like your momentum is starting to pick up here as we get closer to them. What do you think?
Oh yeah, for sure. Things are starting to swing the right way. Having some good luck, which always helps. Getting used to the new rig. Been running a lot of officials just to do that. So yeah, really happy lately. Trending in the right direction. Like to get a couple more wins before the playoffs and get a little bit higher playoff starting position for those extra points. because field's so tight now. I mean, any one of probably 7 guys could have won tonight, even if strategy didn't come into play. So it's a good race overall. Hopefully, it was entertaining for you guys.
Oh, it definitely was. A lot to talk about, a lot of strategy going on. But, man, congratulations on third place finish. Who you got to thank? Sponsors, shout outs, anything like that?
Shout out to George Williams for his career best finish. I think he got a top 5. And enjoy racing with everybody on the team. I think Tony did really well. Dana did pretty good. He stretched his mileage. He went across the line on fumes. But yeah, hopefully a cleaner race next week. But everybody in the league, appreciate all the good hard racing and you for broadcasting, and of course Aaron for putting on the league and getting everybody all organized and together every Thursday night.
All right. Well, congratulations on your third place finish, Chris.
Thank you, sir.
Well, there you have it. Chris Bedwell is your third place finisher. And let's go ahead and give out the paint of the night. That's going to go to the Furniture Row number 17, Aaron Adcock. So he is a 1-inch Designs paint of the night. So congratulations, Aaron, with that old Truex scheme. All right, well, let's talk to second place, Mickey Isaac. See what his thoughts are. Mickey, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, a good race out of you. Started in the back, worked your way all the way to the front, and of course, we want to hear about your race. So tell us all about it, and then I definitely want to know about the end there. So tell us about your race, man. How'd it go?
Well, I mean, it was going all right. I think I'm on my way up to the 10th or 9th, and got in a wreck. I used a fast repair, come back out, and when I used that, I think it was like 55 or 56, and I topped off fuel. About lap 80, I started watching an old fuel gauge, and I was like, start clutching. I guess I didn't clutch enough. Started spitting and sputtering coming out of 3 there, and I got past second place.
Well, I know it's tough. It's tough to have that lead, see the checker flag being pulled out by Barney, and then getting past at the end. But you made it exciting. You were able to take that lead while Chris was obviously saving quite a bit, and you as well. And man, I thought you was gonna get that win, but the gas man he didn't get quite enough in there. I guess he didn't stuff enough in there. So.
I guess not. It must be too high.
Well, that's right.
Must be too.
Yeah, your race team was trying to save $1 there. That's what was happening. Well,
Yep.
man, really great race, great pit strategy there. Just came up a little bit short, but still a great effort. I mean, you still finished 12 seconds in front of Chris Bedwell with that strategy. So definitely maintained it well and did a great job at the end. And just came up a little bit short, and that happens in racing. But you keep doing stuff like that, Mickey, you'll be in victory lane pretty soon.
I was really hoping to tonight because I think 5 to go, I was still positive by like 0.1 or 0.2, and it just wasn't enough. Time I started, giving it more fuel.
Well,
so I come up a little short, but always next time.
That's right. That's why I'm going to keep racing. Well, all right, Mickey. Well, who you got to thank? Any sponsors, shout outs, anybody you want to holler at?
We appreciate Aaron for running this league. I don't run it consistently, just whenever I can, but it's a lot of fun, and appreciate these guys putting on a show.
Well, all right. Well, thank you, Mickey. Good luck next the rest of the season, and still a great run tonight.
Yep. Hey, Eddie, appreciate what you do. Have a good night.
Well, we appreciate that. Well, let's get the winner in here. We get the winner and the heartbreaker, Chris Carroll, in chat now. You got me?
I got you, Eddie Smith.
Well, man, I was sitting there thinking last week, oh, man, everybody's kind of rubbing their hands together. They're going, oh, man, we got Chris Carroll where we want him. We're trying to catch him. And, you forgot to check your tires last week. And then this week, you did a little strategy trying to save a set of tires, or forgot to check them again. I don't know. But running in the back, and I bet these guys thought, oh, yeah, we're going to try to make up. You had a whole race advantage over second place, Alex Coffey, and they thought, oh, man, we got them. And then they're off turn 4 on the last lap, saved enough fuel, and come away with the win, man. What a fantastic race. Up and down race for you. Tell us all about it.
Well, I'll be honest, getting kind of tired of coffee hitting me, but I got beat around a little bit in there. I got caught in a couple wrecks. I think I got caught in just about everything that was out there. I was trying to make the best of it, and I did save a set there. I figured with all the cautions and stuff, maybe I could pull a different strategy, being that I was on a different strategy, whether I liked it or not. And I decided to save that set and take the chance because I'm not going to drive all the way up through there on speed. There's a lot of fast guys in here, Bedwell and those guys up at the front. So, I had to kind of take a chance and go on a different strategy. And on the last run, I don't know, someone hit me in the door again, and I was like, man, I got damage again. So I thought, well, maybe I can just save fuel and make her to the end, and it worked out. I saw Mickey in the last corner. His truck was jittering out, and I thought he was warping, and I realized he was out of fuel. So I kept her pinned to the top, hoped I didn't hit that wall, and she came out good.
Well, it definitely made it exciting, as you just didn't know who could make it, who couldn't, and that's a lot of fun. Love strategy like that, because usually you get some people winning that don't normally win, but you were able to come out of here with a victory and break the hearts of the rest of the league as they're trying to run you down and add to your points lead. Of course, then you add to your win total. You're up to 4 now. So you
Oh baby.
yeah, just having a great season. And just a great call there to save fuel. I thought Mickey Isaac passing you with a few laps to go. I thought Chris Carroll just can't make it, I guess, because he just willingly gave up the lead. But patience sometimes wins out, and you knew what you had, and and Mickey runs out in turn 4. So, man, Chris, just always a blast to watch you race. Last week was definitely a disappointment, but this week come back and just kind of, like I said, kind of snookered them a little bit. So, congratulations always. Extend that points lead out. Of course, once playoffs hits, it all evens out, but it's still good to get all those wins in when you can. But man, as always, sponsor shout out. So you got to thank, man, get that 97 truck around track.
I appreciate it, Eddie. There's more than one way to skin a cat, so you got to keep your head on out there. Always got to thank Tanner Marr and the Five King guys. They're the guys that put me out here. They're the guys that put in all the time for us to go racing here, or racing everywhere. And got to thank the guys here at Apex for running a good show and a tight ship. And there's no better place to go racing when you can go racing. And with guys out there, there's a lot of guys at the front there you can really go racing with, and it's a lot of fun here. I got to thank Pit Lizard Performance and my folks for watching, and of course, I got to thank you for the good broadcast, man. You make me look good every week, Eddie.
Well, definitely appreciate the kind words, man. Well, congratulations on your 4th win of the season. Just kind of stole one there in a good way, and so looking forward to the playoffs, man. Looking forward to seeing what you can do when the pressure is on. So looking forward to it, man. Glad to have you, and congratulations on your win.
I'm up for it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
There you have it. Winner Chris Carroll with a fuel mileage win, passing Mickey Isaac on the last turn of the last lap as Mickey runs out of fuel, and Chris Carroll takes home the victory. Maybe a little rivalry picking up as we get closer to the playoffs. Gotta love that. Gotta love to see guys fighting it out. A lot of people think, oh, that's, I don't want that. I don't want somebody being mad at each other. But I tell you what, when you're a racer, you want to beat everybody, but you get friendly with people, and then you kind of, oh man, I kind of want to let. But it's good to have rivalries, guys that push you to race harder, push you to be better, to beat them. That's all part of competition. That's a good thing. So I like to see little rivalries building. A little trash talk never hurt nobody, and so maybe we'll have a little fun as we get down to the playoffs Trash talk can go one or two ways. You can get in somebody's head. And I'm not saying that's what Chris Carroll did. He was just stating a fact. But I'm a fan of trash talk, and I've done trash talk, so I'm talking about myself, not Chris Carroll. I'm hoping somebody will pick up the reins of trash talk going forward, get in here and just talk a little trash about somebody. But it can do a couple things. You get in their head, or it can make them drive harder. You might unleash the beast in somebody doing a little trash talking. So, like I said, not what Chris Carroll was doing at all. He was just stating a fact. But I would love to see some of that out of anybody. So, but a fantastic race, man. Just always a lot of fun here at Apex. Want to thank Apex Sim Racing Gear, all of our sponsors who put in 1-inch paint design, Trigger Time, the Eric Burkhalter Demolition, Wreckage Rewind. Didn't really get that up on the screen enough tonight, so apologize. Five Kings Motorsports, Kyle, Handmade Leather Hard Charger Award winner Chuck Pegleg Phelps, and everybody who, and Kinder Farmer Ranch for the starting grid. Everybody who gets keeps this thing rolling, but most definitely ApexSimRacing.com for their sponsorship. So thanks to everybody who puts this on. Aaron Adcock, man, you put on a heck of a show. Everybody that's watching, thank y'all for coming out tonight and watching. Definitely enjoy having everybody in chat, being active, and so we will see y'all next week as we get closer and closer to these playoffs. Let's go through the results before we call it quits. As we've already talked to the top three, but Aaron Adcock there had to make that pit stop and comes out, was able to kind of have that de facto lead if those guys needed to pit. Chris Bevel able to get around him. But Aaron Adcock with a fourth place finish. George Williams, man, what a fantastic finish from him. Saved that fuel and was able to make it to the end and get a fifth place finish. Congratulations. Chris McLean definitely got wins in his eyes, wants to see his name with a bunch of wins in the win column. Is always up there fighting for him, but tonight just kind of an up and down, got trapped a lap down, had to fight his way back. And I can tell you, though, it is a sign of a champion when you have issues like that and you come back and finish in sixth place. Those are really what you want to see if you're a driver, or if that's your driver, that's what you want to see, somebody that's willing to fight back. Brandon Wallace saved enough fuel, and he was able to get a seventh place finish. Eric Burkhalter finishes in eighth. Tracy Passons, saw him caught up in a couple incidents. He comes home in ninth. Alan Smith with a great top 10 finish. He's always saying his goal is top 10s, and he's able to get that done tonight. Ray Rogers, not really sure what happened to him. He was up there running in the top two there, close to the end, come down pit road, and ends up 11th. So I'm not really sure what happened to Ray, but yeah, just maybe pitted a little bit too late. I don't know. TJ Roberts finishes 12th. Willie Evernham 13th in his race back from surgery. Chuck Pegleg Phelps 14th. Tony Edgerton 15th. Alex Coffey, another disappointing finish from him, just getting caught up in stuff. And finishes in 16th place. William Griffith finished 17th. Charles Stevens 18th. Dana Shepard 19th. Matt Clement 20th. Todd Schott 21st. Jason Warren 22nd. Anthony McPherson 23rd. And Matt Rogers 24th. And Justin Miller rounds out the 25th position. So, man, just another great race. My voice I feel like I'm losing it. And it was a lot of fun. So, really, really good show. Want to thank everybody for watching again. And we will see y'all next week. Rebel Racing Network will be back on tomorrow night for the 10:30 Eastern for the Rebels ARCA series. So come out, check that out. Always fun. One of the best racings. This is the reason why I still broadcast. I tried to turn down my broadcast a little bit, doing a little bit too much. But I wanted to do Apex and ARCA real bad because the racing is just unbelievable. So come out and check that out if you want. It'll be a lot of fun. So let's have a good night, y'all. Y'all be good. Be good to each other. And we'll see y'all next week.